Is there a bug with Bellandir? Is there a bug with the DPS method? Is AGS support wrong? So many questions to answer. If you use Bellandir crossbow or you just read Reddit on a daily basis, you probably know that this is a quite frequent topic. Bellandir is not doing damage. The poison is not ticking unless you stop attacking. So if you don't know what I'm talking about this. Notice how the poison is here, but we don't see it here. We check the combat analyzer and it's not here. It only shows after we stop attacking. Now it starts to do damage and it's recorded here, okay? And that's very bad, because if the poison is not doing the damage while we are attacking, why would we want to use Bellandir, right? So just a few days ago, the topic was brought up to Reddit again. Another user posted about this, and thankfully, Vaya came to some conclusion. Basically, this is what Vaya says here. The damage is actually being applied. Even if we don't see the damage floater, the damage is actually being applied, okay? And it may be true, okay? It may be true because look at this, for example. The test is quite easy. So right now I have Bellandir equipped, right? This dummy is full HP, and let's do, for example, 50k damage. And let's look at the damage on the dummy, not here, but on the dummy. So 50k, and here is 34. So I did 50k of damage. Why it was here just 36? In fact, now after the poison ticks, it's 61, okay? But here is basically 43, so something is wrong. The damage is not being properly recorded here. So this seems that there is a bug related to Bellandir. However, let's do something different. Let's use, for example, Malagar, and just do the same test without any dot. 50k, check the damage. $50k, okay? Well, it was 52 with something, which is exactly like this, 52.26. So without a dot, it's working. What happens if we use fire arrow? Let's repeat the same test. See, it was 45 when I did 50k. So it seems there is a bug related to how the combat analyzer tracks the dots, the damage of the dots, okay? However, AGS says that this is intended. AGS says in this post over here that user gulliby reached out in Discord to make this video because he was talking about this with AGS support, and basically this was the conclusion, okay? AGS says that everything is working as expected, okay? That Bellandir should only trigger after, where's Bellandir here? Should only trigger after 1 second without being applied, okay? So this is intended mechanic. However, what we can see is that if this is intended mechanic, something is back, because we are doing more damage than what is actually being tracked. And I did record another clip just for testing sake. So look at this, okay? Basically, what I did here is record any instance of damage and just calculate the initial damage of the initial HP of the dummy, the final HP, and just make the random numbers, okay? So basically, after all this damage, which it's here, all the numbers, I did 11,187 damage, okay? The dummy lost almost 16.5 KHP, okay? I did 11.1, 11.2. The DPS meter records 11.38. So we can clearly see there is some difference here. The two numbers are more or less similar, but there is clearly a significant difference here, right? So I will say that AGS support is not correct in this one, because we are doing more damage. It's clearly visible. We don't see the dot, okay? We don't see the dot while we are attacking, but we are doing more damage here than what we see here, or what we can count here. So I think that Bellandir is actually working, okay? It's not bug, it's working. The damage is being processed, even if we don't clearly or if we don't visually see it. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.